So we'll begin our practice with some eye movements today since we haven't really been spending much time taking care of the eyes. So we're going to open the eyes wide and look up without moving your head, and then look down and look up towards your forehead and look down towards your cheeks and up and down and up and down. One more time, up and down. Close the eyes, take a deep breath. And then open the eyes. We're going to look to the right and the left and the right and the left and the right and the left and the right and the left. Last time to the right and then to the left. Come back to center, close the eyes, take a deep breath. And then open the eyes. And you're going to look to the upper right corner of your eyes and the lower left corner of your eyes. Upper right, lower left. 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 Upper right and lower left. And close the eyes, take a deep breath. And then open the eyes. We're going to look to the upper left and lower right. Upper left, lower right. Upper left, lower right. Upper left, lower right. Upper left, lower right. And upper left and lower right. And then close the eyes, take a deep breath. And then you can open the eyes. We're going to imagine that the eyes are a clock looking up at 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Keep moving smoothly around the perimeter, going back to 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 12. Close the eyes, bring the hands together, rub them vigorously, creating heat between the palms, and take a few full breaths as you cup the eyes with the heels of the hands. And then bring the hands back down to the thighs and slowly open the eyes. We'll do another one for the eyes. We're going to use the thumb as a prop. So bring one of your thumbs out in front of you and gaze at it. And as you bring your thumb toward your nose, continue to keep focused on the thumb, even though you're not necessarily always able to be clear. Just keep your eyes on it all the way to the tip of the nose, and keep your eyes on your thumb as you extend your arm back out in front of you, watching the thumb move away. And we'll do that again. Continue watching the thumb as you bring the thumb to the nose. And maintain your gaze on your thumb as you extend the arms out away from you. Let's do that again, watching the thumb to nose, watching the thumb, reaching it far away. Last one, slowly coming in and slowly going out. And then you can bring the hand down and just close the eyes for a couple of full breaths. And then you can slowly open the eyes. So that was the eye exercise that I like to share with people every so often. So we're going to do a little bit jaw stretching. So let's first take the fingers to the jaw and start massaging around the area under the ear where you can feel some muscle between the cheekbone and the mandible. And when you find a tight spot, feel free to make circles with pressure. You can go in toward the cheeks, massage under the cheekbones. You can massage on the upper lip toward the gum area. So you can kind of massage your gums through your skin. And also in the chin area, same thing, massaging the gums. And then let's massage along the edges of the ear and down toward the jawbone for now. So you can place one finger in front of the ear, one finger behind the ear, and just place pressure as you pull down. And we'll repeat that a few times. And then you're going to hold your ear with one finger on each side, and you're going to make circles. So you're moving your ear from the base in circles, releasing the tension around it. And then what we'll do is reverse the direction of the circles. Okay, now take hold of the top of the ear and pull up. And take hold of the back of the ear and pull back. And then not the lobes necessarily, but just above the lobes, grab hold there and pull down. So your fingers in your ear a little bit. And then we're going to pull forward, grabbing whatever you can there and pull that forward. Sometimes I like to stick my fingers in my ears and pull the whole thing forward. Good. And then put your index fingers gently inside your ear and start to make circles, like you're kind of massaging the inner edges of the opening. All right. And then what we'll do is we'll open the mouth really wide, like we're biting into the biggest apple ever. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Take another breath in. Let's take another bite. And one more. And release. Take a deep breath. So this makes me want to do lion's breath. So this time we'll open the mouth as wide as we can, but we'll stick the tongue out as far as we can, as if we could touch the chin with the tip of the tongue. And at the same time, we'll look up, stretching the eyes as well. So take a deep breath in, open the mouth wide, exhale, and release. Inhale, exhale, open up. One more time. And exhale. And come back to resting. Take a deep breath. And just notice the space inside your throat, in the back of the head, in the jaw area, maybe in between the ears. And then from here, we'll drop the chin down toward the chest and feel the full weight of the head dropping forward, breathing into the upper back. And then we'll bring the chin to the right collarbone, nose dropping toward the right thigh. Still breathing into the upper back. And then we'll bring the right ear over the right shoulder. Sitting up tall, letting the shoulders drop down. Soften the jaw, you can even say ah. And breathe toward the left collarbone. And then let's swing the chin down to the chest. Inhale. Let's bring the chin to the left collarbone now. And drop the nose toward the left thigh. Taking deep breaths into the upper back. And then we'll bring the left ear over the left shoulder. Sitting up tall, letting the shoulders drop down, softening the jaw. Deep breath. And then we'll swing the chin back down to the chest. Inhale, right ear over right shoulder. Exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, left ear over left shoulder. Chin back to chest. And then we'll slowly lift the head up. And really pull the head off of the shoulders, creating space between all the vertebra in the neck area. And even in the upper back. Draw the low ribs in. Take a deep breath. And then what we'll do is relax just a little bit and we'll start making some shoulder rolls. Let's try to make them smooth and everything gliding. Good. And then we go the opposite way. Okay. Let's inhale the arms up over the head, interlace the fingers and lift up, pulling up tall through the spine. Good, and then we'll bend to one side. Take a deep breath here, reaching long through the arms. And then draw the belly button back toward the spine and then come back up. Take a deep breath as you lift. And then we'll bend to the other side. And breathe fully here. Try to keep both sit bones grounded. And then draw the belly button to the spine, coming back up. Let's do this differently now. Bring the right hand to the floor and arc over. Take a deep breath into the left side. And then rotate the chest up, reaching long through that right arm. Your left arm. And then rotate down and sweep across to the other side. Let's lift the right arm now and bending through the spine, taking deep breaths into the right side. And then rotate up, reaching long through the right arm. And then rotate down and sweep across again to the right, lifting the left arm, rotate the chest up, and rotate the chest down, sweeping across to the left, and reaching long with that right arm, rotating the chest up, and come back to center now. We're going to round the back and drop the head. Take hold of the knees with the hands and lean away. So you're leaning away from your knees. You're pulling against, your body weight is kind of pulling away. You'd fall if you let go of your knees. Drop your chin, take a deep breath. Breathe between the shoulder blades. And then come forward and lift the chest, pull against the knees again, pulling the shoulders back, chin up, deep breath. And then exhale, round the back, curl the spine, tuck the chin, and lean back away from the knees. And come forward again, chin up, shoulders back. Exhale, round and curl and tuck the chin. Inhale, pull forward, chest up, chin up, shoulders back. And then come back to a neutral position. All right, so what we'll do from here is just a baby twist, bringing the left hand to the right knee. Right hand behind you, lift up tall. Exhale, look back. Keep pressing down into the right hand fingers, lifting up through the spine. Breathe to the belly. And as you exhale, draw the navel to the spine. Staying here for a couple more breaths, filling the belly. Exhale, navel to spine. One more time, fill the belly as much as you can. Exhale, navel to spine, and slowly unwind. Come back to center, pause for a moment. Take a deep breath as you lift up tall through the spine. And then we'll bring the right hand to the left knee and the left hand behind you. Inhale, lift up tall through the spine. Press down through those fingertips and rotate to look back. We'll take another couple of or few full breaths into the belly. As you exhale, draw the navel to the spine. Inhale, filling up. Exhale, look back. One more time, filling up. And twisting back, draw the navel to the spine and slowly unwind. Okay, good. Let's bring the arms behind the back. We're going to clasp the elbows or the forearms and lift the chest, pulling up tall through the spine. See if you can allow the shoulders to kind of move back a little bit more, softening all those muscles that lead into the arm. And think about sending the breastbone forward. Okay, good. Let's slowly lower the arms, interlace the fingers behind the back, and stretch the arms up and open the chest, chin up, shoulders back, lifting the arms as much as they'll go. Let's breathe in toward the breastbone. And then release these grips you have in your hands, and let's bring the right arm over the left. Hook the hands, press the elbows forward, drop your chin down towards your chest, and breathe into the upper back. And then let's lift the elbows and the head up. So you can let your hands rest on your forehead and let your elbows reach toward the sky. Take a deep breath toward the armpits. And then let's slowly bring the elbows back down and bring them all the way down onto the chest. Keep the hands and the elbows crossed and let the arms kind of drop open a little bit, but the cross in the elbow doesn't change. So you're going to feel something behind the right shoulder blade. If it's the right hand that is, extended here and pulled by the other hand, you'll feel it in the shoulder blade area. Just breathe into it. And then release the arms, send the heels of the hands away, flex the wrists, separate the fingers. Take a deep breath. Okay, let's cross the left elbow over the right or go the opposite way from the way before. Hands connect, press the elbows forward. Drop your chin down and breathe between the shoulder blades. Okay, let's lift the elbows and the head, arching the back, sending the elbows toward the ceiling. Take one more breath. And then slowly lower the elbows down and let them rest on the chest and let the arms drop forward, keeping the cross through the elbows. Now breathing behind the shoulder blades again. And then slowly we'll release this grip and send the heels of the hands away, flex the wrists, separate the fingers, drop the shoulders, and breathe fully all the way toward the armpits. And then we're going to do the cow face arms. So let's bring the right arm over the head and the left hand down behind the back. And we'll bend the elbows and reach for the fingertips. Maybe they'll touch, maybe they'll be able to clasp, or maybe not. And just press your hands into the back. Lift your head, pressing the elbow up toward the ceiling. And let's take some full breaths. Really full breaths here. We'll take two more. And then unbend the elbows or straighten the arms and windmill the arms in the opposite direction, nice and slow. Bend the elbows, reach the fingertips toward each other. Maybe they'll clasp, maybe they won't, doesn't matter. Press your head into your forearm and your hands onto your back. And let's breathe deeply toward the armpits. Let's take one more full breath. And then straighten the arms and windmill them out to the sides and then slowly lower them down. And just let the arms rest for a moment, taking a couple of full breaths. Okay, so let's do prayer pose behind the back. We're not going to hold it as long as we do in yin, but so you're going to bring your fingertips like this together behind the back, and maybe the hands will start to move up the back. So let's reach back behind us, palms down, fingertips touching. And then maybe if the shoulders or other parts allow, you're going to bring your hands closer together. Maybe they'll move up the back a teeny bit more over time, but right now, just be where it feels like you can still stay relaxed. And lift the chest and drop the shoulders down. Try to keep the fingers spread too, so there's different ways that you're getting stretched. Hands, your fingers, your wrists, your forearms, your elbows, your upper arms, your shoulders. Even the chest and shoulder blades are affected. Keep breathing into those spaces. Let's take about 3 more full breaths. And then slowly slide the hands down the back and bring the palms to the knees and just let the hands and shoulders rest. Let's take a couple of full breaths. And then finally, we'll do one more stretch for the wrists and forearms. Let's bring the fingertips to the floor with the palms facing forward and bring the heels of the hands down toward the floor. Whether they touch or not is not important. If they are all the way down, try bending your elbows in towards you so that the heels of the hands are kind of lifting a little bit off the floor so that you're really getting a nice pull through the hands and like the fingers, the wrists, the forearms, and all the way up to the elbow. Keep breathing fully. Okay, let's slowly peel back and don't move the fingers at all. Just let the backs of the hands rest on the thighs. So if we were doing a yin practice, we'd be here twice as long. But because we're not, we're stopping it at this point just before it starts to get into that really uncomfortable zone of changing the connective tissue. This is really just getting the body to cooperate in these positions. We can take it further in the future though. Let's shake the hands out and press the fingers slowly against the thighs just to create a little bend in the fingers so that your muscles aren't doing it. But now they can, now that they've been bent. Okay, so from here we're going to move into a little more active practice. We're going to come onto the hands and the knees. If you have a hard surface, you might want a folded blanket to put your knees on. So we're in table position, spread the fingers wide. We'll start with a little cat and cow, even though we already did a little spinal work. Arching the back, inhale, look up. Exhale, round and curl the spine. Inhale, arch, look up. Exhale, round and curl. Inhale, arch, look up. And exhale, round and curl. Now, this time you're going to lift the right leg up behind you and lift your head like you're trying to touch your foot to your head, even though it may not get anywhere near. Head up, foot up. Exhale, round, bring your knee to your forehead, curl the spine. Same leg up, arch the back. Inhale. Exhale, round and curl. Inhale, arch and up. Exhale, round and curl, and come back to neutral spine and bring your right leg out to the side. We'll make big circles with it. Big circles. Nice and slow. Good. Lead with the knee, and then we go in the opposite direction. Okay, and then we'll hold the leg out to the side and lift, 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 and hold it there as high as you can. Good. Bring it back 45 degrees and lift, 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 and hold. Good. Bring your knee behind you and kick the ceiling with your foot up, 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 and hold as high as you can. And finally, straighten the leg and lift, 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 lift. Bring the knee down. Sit back into child's pose for a few breaths. And then we'll come back up onto the hands and the knees. And we'll do the other side. So we're going to arch the back, lift the left leg up like you're trying to touch your foot to your head. Then exhale, round, curl the spine, knee to forehead. Inhale, arch and lift. Exhale, round and curl. Inhale, arch and lift. Exhale, round and curl. One more time, arch and lift. And exhale, round and curl. And now neutralize the spine and bring your left leg out to the side, and we'll start to make big circles. And then go in the opposite direction. Okay, good. And we'll hold that leg out to the side and lift, 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 and hold. And come back 45 degrees and lift, 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 and hold. And bring it back behind you and kick the ceiling up, 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 and hold. And straighten the leg and lift, 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 and hold. All right, let's bring it down, come back into child's pose for a few breaths. Okay, let's slowly come back up onto the hands and the knees. And you're going to walk your knees back and your hands forward just a little bit and turn your fingers inward just a tiny bit. You're going to bend the elbows out to the sides and don't come down too far to begin, okay? Just a little bit. And you're going to swing your chest through your arms and lift up like an upward dog, but not quite. And exhale back. Bend the elbows out to the sides. Dip down and through the arms, coming up. Inhale. Exhale back. Again, dipping down, maybe a little lower. Inhale through and up. And exhale back. Dipping down even more, coming through and up. Inhale. Exhale back one more time. Inhale through. And exhale back, bring your forearms to the floor, let your hips sink back, forehead to the floor, coming into heart melting pose. Reaching those arms forward, let the head totally rest. Breathing toward the armpits. All right, bring the palms together and let's bend the elbows, bringing the hands behind the head. You can even bring your elbows closer together and keep letting that chest drop toward the floor. And then let's bring the hands back to the floor and just kind of slide back to sit on your heels, and we're going to slowly roll up, coming into hero's pose, which may require a block or two. May require a block or two between your feet. And we're going to stay here for just a little bit, taking deep breaths. Take about 5 more full breaths. Close your eyes and bring your attention to your third eye while you do these 5 full breaths. All right, so we're going to make our way into downward dog. Let's bring the hands back to the floor, turn the toes under. You might move your block out of the way and press back into downward dog, allowing those heels to drop toward the floor and the hips and tailbone to point up toward the ceiling, pressing long through the arms into every finger and knuckle. Take a couple of deep breaths. And then let's swing the right leg up toward the ceiling. And what we're going to do is swing the shoulders over the fingers and bring your right knee toward your left elbow. And then swing back up, inhale, push back into downward dog or three-legged dog. And then bring your right knee to your left elbow, swinging the shoulders over the fingers. Good, inhale up. We're going to do this one more time. And coming through and up. And let's bring that leg into pigeon. Right leg into pigeon. Pressing through the hands, lifting the chest. Pulling the shoulders back a little bit, lengthening the neck. If you want to take this pose a little further, you can bend the back leg and reach for the foot. Try to keep the body squared forward as you're doing this. Sometimes it's not a good idea to do it. So if you have pain in the knee or something else, it's probably best that don't bend the back leg just yet. The other alternative is to come down onto your forearms if you want to do that. Take a few more full breaths. All right, and we're going to make our way out. So you can lower that leg or press back up onto the hands. Turn your back toes under. We're going to push back in through downward dog. And we'll take a few breaths here. All right, let's lift the left leg up toward the ceiling and swing forward, bringing the knee to the right elbow. And inhale back up. And exhale forward. Inhale up. And exhale forward. Inhale up. And let's bring that left knee forward into pigeon. Pressing into the hands, lifting the chest. Relaxing through the hips, taking deep breaths. Try lengthening the spine. At this point, you may want to advance the pose either by coming down onto your forearms or bending your back leg and reaching for your foot. Try to relax still through the hips and breathe deeply. Let's take a few more breaths. And then we'll slowly make our way out. We're going to finish off in supported bridge. So you might need a blanket or a pillow under the head, and that's optional. And then you'll need a block. You're going to lie down on your back, lift your pelvis, and slide your block under your pelvis at base level. And then part your feet wide and drop your knees in. And relax the face and the jaw. Let the eyes be heavy in their sockets. And then let's breathe deeply into the belly and the back. Still taking those deep breaths. Still relaxing here for another 5 full breaths. When you're ready, draw the navel to the spine, bring the knees to the chest, give them a hug. Let's take another full breath. And then let's press the block out from underneath you without lifting, without moving your legs really. And then you're going to roll to your side. Pause there for a couple of breaths. And then roll forward even more. Press down into your hands. Push yourself up, letting your head hang. And then we'll come to an upright seated position. And we'll finish with 3 ohms. You can place the hands in any mudra you like. I've got my thumb and my index tips touching so that I'm connected to all that is. Let's take a deep breath in. Om. 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 Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Namaste.